So, hi Gus, thank you so much for the interview opportunity. It's great to be talking to you again. How are you doing since last time we talked?
Oh man, look at that.
Fireworks.
I don't know what sorry. The fireworks, I mean, that came out at the right timing. Actually, I think it's probably because email came through my phone and it was a notification, and maybe
Okay.
this already like maybe this is some magic that Zoom does. Anyways,
Yeah.
yeah, I've been good. I've been good. Thank you. I've been busy making a new album. Yeah. And and
Yeah.
now, like I said, yeah, we have a new tour ahead. So yeah, I'm busy with a lot of things. Yeah, but good to be back.
Yeah. And Stand United is a really great album. It's going to be released on the 1st of March. What can you reveal to your fans about it?
Uh, 10th studio album of Firewind, and it's the second album with the new lineup, which is with Herbie on vocals, and now we're a four-piece band. So in a way, it's in some ways it's like the second album, but of course in reality it's the 10th album. um, but it feels fresh to us. We were just talking right before you started recording, and you were telling me that it's a little bit different, and I agree with
Yeah.
that. I think there are some fresh elements in our sound, some more modern touches, um, some things that we've just tried out to just to shake things up a little bit. But I don't think it's overall. It's not deviating too much from what we are known for. Like somebody who has listened to Firewind years ago is not gonna be shocked. They know what they're getting, but at the same time, we've injected some new things into it here and there, which for me is exciting because doing it for so long, I have to, I'm always trying to evolve the sound and looking for new things.
Yeah, and I think that it's different. It's like more focused on the more mainstream side of Firewind, like less power metal in itself. Do you think? Do you agree with it? And if so, do you think like this was something you wanted to do, or just happened when you started writing songs?
I think the idea was it was a deliberate choice to really focus on singles, on music that was really going to be released as standalone singles, not really as we weren't looking at the album so much this time. We were focusing on songs specific, like solely on singles, and maybe that's why you have that kind of a more commercial appeal, even though it's not really commercial or pop or anything. It's still metal, but the songs have a very anthemic vibe to it. The songs have, they're short, they're to the point, they're very catchy. I mean, there's lots of riffs, a lot of guitar going on, a lot of, it's metal.
Yeah.
Um, but it's very catchy. It's very very melodic. I think it's easily digested and enjoyable. I want to think at least. Uh, so yeah, that part of it was deliberately done like that. So I wanted to come up with songs that could be played in a festival or a live show, like that have that kind of high octane vibe.
Yeah, and you succeeded to doing that. And Herbie's voice fits like perfect in those more anthemic songs and parts like that.
Yeah, yeah, he sang great on this record. He sang great on the previous record too, but
Yeah,
this one he was involved from the start, so we had more time. The last record was done so like we were so stressed. We started together from scratch on this record, so he was more involved, and yeah, I think he's more integrated, felt more comfortable this time as well.
yeah, yeah. It sounds like it. And that was the main difference from your composition process from the previous album to this album, right?
Well, the composition process was the same as usual, but the thing is, this time I had a singer to co-write with me. On the
Yeah,
previous album, I was just writing music with not really knowing, I was waiting I mean, the previous singer, Henning, he had the material and we didn't really write anything together. And I was waiting for vocal lines from Dennis, the producer. But I mean, in reality, I want the singer to write the stuff with me. So this time with Herbie, we kind of like started together on this. You know, I would in the demos, he would give me back ideas vocally and stuff, and then I was involved in writing lyrics too a lot this time. So it inspired me to go into that area where I didn't really go into that before.
Yeah, and what did you write about in this album? What does it talk about literally?
It's about cats. Everything is about cats.
That makes sense, you know, with the cat patch that's in the limited edition. Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah. No, it's, you know, we talked about a lot of like things that go through the human condition, human mind, human psychology, basically things that we go through in life, like a lot of things like good and evil, temptations, betrayal, love, war, peace, the state of the world today, a lot of things like that. Yeah.
Yeah, and how does the title of the album Stand United fit with that theme?
Well, I
With
mean,
those?
you can look at it in different ways. Like when I was writing that, I was thinking more of like the band, like standing united, you know, because we've been around for so long and now it's like a good period for us. But the other thing is also a little bit like something that humanity needs more than ever now because we are so divided and everybody's, I mean, we just live in a world that just, you know, it's there's cannibalism everywhere, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, I mean, I think we have to kind of remind ourselves that even though it's a utopic feeling and thought, you have to remind that we are all we have is each other. So
Mhm. Yeah, and at the same time, it really connects to your Greek heritage that you also mentioned in previous albums, like Immortals and stuff. You know, standing united on the different cities against the. Am I out of line here?
what was that again?
You know, I think it connects to your Greek heritage as well. You know, as on the city on the cities in Greece standing united. I saw it that way. Am I out of line?
I don't know. I mean, you're talking about ancient Greece now?
Yeah, I mean, Immortals also had a little part of ancient Greece, I think.
A little bit, yeah. It was about ancient Greece, and ancient Greece was different kingdoms and different little
Yeah,
countries, I
exactly.
guess, back then. But yeah, yeah.
What kind of guidelines did you give to Costin for him to create this great artwork?
Yeah, I mean, he did a great job. I basically told him a lot of the stuff that I told you, like, what the songs were about. Like, I just threw a lot at him, like, this stuff like betrayal and greed and like also the sense of unity and the sense of falling apart and the craziness in the world and like all these kind of things that are in our minds and we experience one way or another. And he came up with this cool collage of faces basically that are representing these things that coming out of a human brain or something or a human head, um, which is cool. Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. It fits really, really well with the album. Um, Now, the ninth track of the album is a cover of Talking in Your Sleep by the Romantics. When and why did you decide to make that cover?
I don't remember when exactly. Sometime last year we decided to do that. And why? Because first of all, it's a killer track, and secondly, it's one of the songs that always comes up on the radio here in Greece. It's one of the songs that's on the radio. So when I drive around town, it's always there, and I always listen to it, and I love it. One of the songs that has not been covered by any other metal band,
Mhm.
because everything else, all the 80s songs are done already too many times. And we were looking for a song that is kind of a hit and people recognize it, but is not overly done. So that song was a good idea. And I showed it to the guys. I told the guys the idea, and everybody else in the band also loved the song. They knew it, of course. And so we just gave it a more like a metal twist. Yeah.
Yeah. And can we see it as the successor of Maniac that you recorded on the Premonition?
I don't know because I mean Maniac is such a smash hit.
Yeah,
It's it's a much bigger hit than the Talking in Your Sleep, of course. So I don't know what it will do. It was just a fun thing for us to do.
yeah.
I don't know if it's gonna be a hit. It's a really good song. It's a really feel good song,
Hmm.
and I don't know if it's a hit in your country or if people know it.
I don't think so. At least I don't recognize it. But yeah,
Yeah, maybe it's a song that belongs in a certain era. Maybe I don't know if it's crossed over the decades, but I recently saw it in a on a Netflix film. It was playing in a on this film called Griselda, which is a pretty popular right now. So I don't know. Maybe
yeah.
they will get maybe that song will get
Pop up
a
again.
second.
Yes.
Yeah, like a second coming, like
Hmm.
Kate Bush had with Stranger
Yeah.
Things a couple of years ago. You know.
Yeah, and one fun thing that I found out was that Premonition was your fifth album. Now it's your 10th album, and for some reason, both covers were the ninth track of the album. I don't know if you thought that
Yes.
through, or was it something that just happened?
I kind of thought that, yeah. When I was
Yeah.
putting the set list together, I was like, this is a good because I thought either have a finishing track the Talking in Your Sleep, but I think Days of Grace because it's like a semi ballad, like a power ballad.
Hmm.
I thought it finishes. It's a perfect song for a last song
Yeah.
to give that kind of to close the album and ends on a nicer tone, more like mellow. And I thought, okay, Talking in Your Sleep could be the song right before where it's kind of more dancing type of song and more
Yeah.
groovy. It would be strange if I had that as a last song.
Mhm.
So it was, I think, feeling back then with the Premonition. We wanted like a darker kind of semi ballad, power ballad song as a last one to calm down in the end. Yeah.
Yeah. Now, moving on, Come Undone, Salvation Day, and Fallen Angel, and Chaos. I think that's going to be released tomorrow. Are the singles so far for this album? Do you think they are representative of the album?
Yeah, of course. Yeah, I think so. I mean, like I said, again, we were thinking of more in terms of doing single songs.
Mhm.
Um, but yeah, I think they are representing the diversity of the album because Chains is just different. It's more like a hard rock song, a mid-tempo song, and Fallen Angel is a more like high energy track. Um, and then you have Come Undone, which is more like on the power metal side, melodic power metal
Yeah.
type of thing. So you have a little bit of a different sides of us so far, yeah. And
Yeah, and,
but there's more stuff to discover on this album. Yeah.
yeah, for sure. And are you going to release any other single after Chaos?
Yeah, we're gonna put out a video for Stand United, the title track, and we just finished the video for it, and it came out amazing.
Yeah, can't wait to see it. Now, you already said that everything is about cats, and the limited edition of the CD comes with a cat patch that I already mentioned as well. Why did you decide to do that? I mean, you are a cat lover, but
Yeah, it was actually it was the idea of my product manager. It wasn't my idea.
yeah.
Because he knows that I love cats, and I have a ginger cat. His name is Leon, and he's such a character. And people that follow me on my socials, they just love Leon.
Mhm.
He's a star. So so my product manager reached out and said, "Dude, we should do something with your cat. That would be people would love that." And I was like, "I don't know, man. Like, it's like." And then he was like, "No, no, we should try." I said, "Okay, let's try something different. We never done that." And of course, for me, it's cool as a cat daddy. It's cool to have my cat as a patch. Um, and so far, people seem to love it. And hold on. Yeah, this is the guy I'm talking about. Yeah.
And and last time we talked, you actually said jokingly, I think, that you were going to have your own cat walking around the stage. I mean, do you think that's going to happen in the future now that you already have a cat patch?
I think I'm getting closer to that idea now
Yeah.
to utilize my cat dreams and blend them into my stage show. I don't know what that will be like. Maybe not for Firewind, maybe for solo shows, but
Hmm.
I'm getting closer to that now. I'm
Yeah,
starting to have really weird ideas about it, and the point of it all is to have fun. So if as long as if it's gonna be fun,
exactly.
and yeah, maybe I'll have huge inflatable cats on stage. I don't know. Like
Yeah,
sky's
and
the limit. Sky's the limit with this, you know. And of course,
exactly.
we can start. We can start with merch, and then we can go from there.
Mhm. Yeah, let's see if I hope it works out well. And do you think that's something that you're going to prepare for your upcoming tour with Master Plan?
What cat merch?
Yeah,
We're gonna. So far, we're gonna have the cat patches, but not t-shirts. Yeah.
yeah, yeah. And what are you preparing for the for that tour with Master Plan?
Well, it's gonna be. Everything's gonna be new. Like new stage design, new production, new light production, new set list. So it's gonna be a pretty cool show.
Yeah.
Um, so you know, of course, we're gonna focus on the new record, but we're gonna bring some surprises from the back catalog.
Mhm.
And of course, Masterplan is gonna play a full set, and they're a great band. And yeah,
Yeah,
it's gonna be 3 hours, 3 hours of music, so it's gonna be cool.
yeah. It's gonna be great. Um, what else are you preparing for presenting this album live besides that tour with Master Plan?
Well, we're gonna go to America after that. We have a show in England. We're going to Japan in May, and there's more things that we're working on for the second part of the year, which I cannot reveal right now. But yeah, we're gonna continue touring.
Yeah, and once again, you missed Portugal. I mean, I remembered you about that the last time we talked about, but you missed
Yeah,
Portugal again. So
yeah.
yeah,
On the last tour we didn't. We came there,
yeah,
but
yeah, exactly. Yeah,
yeah. But
um,
this one, no. But hopefully next time.
yeah. Hopefully. Well, that's it. Thank you so much, Gus. Would you like to send any message to your Portuguese fans?
Yeah. Obrigado to everybody. Thank you for the support. And yeah, hopefully we'll be there again sooner than later. And thanks for the interview.